usually does their Toge Showdown battles.
That's where I've seen many of S2000s crash.
Yeah.
Me here talking about the worst inline six motor, the nemesis to me, the 2JZ. Now, many of you may know the 2JZ is a very popular inline six motor, which is here in America. Unlike other motors, we do share the NA version with Japan, who has the turbo versions. A little back history, 2JZs do come in the most famous of cars, would just be the Toyota Supra, which most people would know as the hero car from Fast and the Furious 1.
2JZ engine, no shit.
And this is the Mach 5 Toyota Supra, which is most likely they removed the B58 and they put a 2JZ in it, which is probably a lot better than what they were going to go with, but that's to be determined. It's got a Pandem kit. It's just a beautiful car. This I don't know who would argue with me about why all you Supra fanboys out there, the A90 Mark 5 Supra is a good looking car. Get with the times, y'all. Get with the times. It's 2020, let's be progressive. Jesus Christ. I can't, it's a 2J. I don't know what to say. All 2Js that make over 500 horsepower sound alike, but it's moving, it's grooving. It's smoking and choking. Well, it's not, definitely not choking, but, and right here, apparently, this is a 2JZ Mustang GT. Am I reading this right? Wow, it's a 90s Mustang too, so it's not like the Cobra 03 style, it's the, I don't know Mustangs, it's a Mustang with a JZ in it. I don't know how much more I can describe it, but let's see, wow. This appears to be a stock as far as like it still has the regular turbos. All they really did was paint the intake manifold and add some different bands and everything, but it looks good in a Mustang, considering it's a Mustang, not a crowd killer Mustang, but not all Mustangs are bad, Mustang kids. As long as it has a JZ, you'll be fine. You'll go straight. You don't have all that nonsensical 302 BS in the front or whatever Mustangs come with. I think this was like the last year of the 5. Was it? Did these come with 5.0? I don't know, I'm not a Mustang guy. Now they're looking at the motor. I'm sure it took a lot of work to massage this in here. This is not the 2Js are very long compared to, remember inline 6, you have your inline 4. Just think about inline 4 would just be your 4-cylinder SRs or whatever, Beams motors. Perfect example, Beam motors are inline 4. The 2J with 2 more cylinders is longer than a V8 and heavier, but it's solid. You can run a 2J up, stock 2J I've heard can make up to 600 horsepower. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I know it's been a while, people, but we are back. Usually you see me do the engine reviews for GTChannel, but we're gonna bring you something a little bit different. I own an R33 GTR and my good friend Matthew owns a 180SX Type X. And with these cars being legal now, what we're gonna do is be doing a little build series. With my car, I kind of want to drift/grip it. With Matt's car, he kind of wants to just drift it, but wants to also to grip. So I thought what we would do is build our cars for you to see what a pure-hearted Nissan enthusiast would want to put on his or her car.
All right, so for the most part, engine bay is already, I took off all the stuff that we're not gonna need, but it's still dirty. One thing to note is that this car comes with ABS. There's no ABS module. So this is the ABS brake booster, as well as an ABS, right-hand drive master cylinder. So I'm gonna swap this out for a USDM 240. So basically the main difference is that these ports for the brake lines will be on the opposite side. So as if it was, imagine it being there, the ports will be on the left side. We're gonna do custom brake lines, so having clearance is not gonna be an issue. And then as far as a booster, I have an old, basically I have a whole bunch of 240 stuff from previous shells that we can use parts off. So we'll do brakes off of the old shell, so standard 240SX brakes. That way, local, our auto parts store will supplies with the brakes and rotors for this thing. So basically, yeah, 246 brakes as well as the booster and master cylinder for now. Eventually, I'd like to go 350Z stuff, the Z32 stuff. But for now, just keep it simple. Use old brakes that I got from old shells.
Matthew has done most of the hard part, taking all of this out. Thank you, Matthew. I was supposed to help you, but I'm guessing we still got to do the sound deadening, right?
Yeah, there's just like foam stuff that we got to do. We're gonna leave the sound deadening, but we're just gonna take off the dash, clean it up, so I can take the booster off and the master cylinder, and then we'll go ahead and power wash it.
So I'll give you guys a short story on this. I got this car from my friend who got it from a pro drift driver, and he said this engine is good. Now, if you know anything about buying things secondhand, anybody who buying secondhand things from Nissan will let you know that it's a 50-50. So we're really taking a long shot on this engine. It is a RB25 S2 out of a R33 GTST. They already put the Freddy intake. It's got the stock turbo, and we got a few parts from ISR. Look, we got a lot of parts from ISR for this chassis specifically for the RB25 swap. The reason why we're going with RB25 is because I have an RB25. He's a JZ guy, I'm an RB guy. This is his JZ, but more or less everybody's swapping JZs and SRs and K swaps in this, and we love all those engines, but I love RBs. I love Skylines, and to me, since this is a right-hand drive car, everything is set up for right-hand drive cars, so it'll make it more or less easier for the dynamics of just the plumbing for the turbo and for the intercooler. I know we have a lot of things to do.
Yes.
And this isn't going to be easy. We were supposed to get this done earlier for the event we had on August 9th, but with Bills and Matt and the COVID and everything happening, it just wasn't going to work out. But luckily, we got a few people to hop on board with our ideas and for everything we want to do. So we want to present to you, this is his 180SX and my RB25, so it's our project now. Yeah. Did they shut this?
Yeah. So they have, you can weld in a flange or a main fit in here, and then you can thread that out. So we'll just do while we're having it out, I might as well get the oil filter adapter to remove this. And then that way, in the meantime, we can just run just the rubber hose.
Can we run the ISR oil filter adapter?
No, because I want to remove, this is like the oil cooler, so
okay.
It's cooling through. It's like an internal oil cooler.
Okay.
But just to make plumbing easier, so we don't have all these rubber hoses, we'll just do one hose from here to here.
So, will we have to run an oil cooler then?
We don't have to.
Bro, the oil's going to be boiling in this RV. I'd say we would have to run an oil cooler.
Yeah, might as well.
Just to play it safe.
Yeah, I'm down. Go.
Oh! Okay. It's like a scene in a horror movie. Should I throw this away?
Yeah, please. We're not going to run a thermostat.
Oh, wow. That worked well. Well, there's more. You said hey, we don't need a bucket. There's not more coming out of here.
Oh, why is it?
Because it's going like this. It's
green now.
Why is it green? Oh, because that's the good coolant. And the car's still drying, so we really can't do much. And the transmission. We wanted to do the clutch, but for now we're gonna just use this one, but everything should just come out easier. So thank you for watching. Luckily, we've got amazing content for you today. It's your boy, Uncle Gary, Fat Exhibit, or you could just call me Gary King Jr. And today, we are in beautiful La Puente, California, here at Tri-Speed Performance to bring you guys an exciting video on rotary engines. That's right, the triangle, the depth, the Bermuda Triangle, the good old Apex Seal Breaker Mazda motors. Now, they do come in other models of cars. I think Chevy made one. A couple of European cats made some rotary motors, but we're here to focus on the bread and the butter. So this is the Tuna Club. This is I want to say an RX-7 FC that looks like, 10th anniversary RX-7 FC, immaculate condition. Let's see what this man's talking about. First, I want to notice all the trim looks amazing.
It's actually my wife's grandparents. They
They
bought it back.
All right, he got in good with the wife. You know, he got Grandpappy to give him the car real quick, it seems like.
And I think they just had a real slick salesman on the lot that day, because he walked out with this and a used pickup. Not car people at all.
For a man to not be a car guy and walk out of a lot wanting a truck and walk out with a brand new RX-7 and a truck is amazing.
I wanted to make sure that it stayed in the family, so made sure that happened.
It's on some Nittos. You got some grippy tires. Turbo too. Look at this engine bay. It is immaculate. I could damn near eat lasagna off that thing. Would I want to? Yes. Should I? No. Probably not good for the intake. It smells
like a new car. All the electronics work perfectly. That rotary engine is kind of a trip. It doesn't necessarily idle perfectly all the time, but it runs pretty dang good. I can't say that I have brand loyalty. I enjoy cars way too much. And, you know, I like to tinker with things too.
I want to say this is a great example of having a very garage-kept, pristine, and good condition car. I believe he said it had maybe 15,000 miles on it. I couldn't hear him correctly. It's one of those days, but obviously it is a really clean car. Everything about it is beautiful. Factory wheels, factory suspension, leather, even the radio is still factory, which is saying a lot, seeing how we're in like 2020 right now. Oh, is that? Appears to be Mike Vargas in the background, one of the Vargas brothers. I don't know if he's the youngest or oldest, but this man is sending that rev limiter to the moon right now in this rotary truck. It is beautiful.
So on this we got a GT42R Garrett double ball bearing, elite rotary intake, and then we have a 13B from a 93 RX-7, so it's semi-peripheral with a large street board. It's something we built in a weekend, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we already had a running car.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. This man has no mercy for this truck. He is just, I wish I was in Florida. This looks like it's in Florida. Oh, he's just gonna hit the barrier with the truck, Mike? Come on. Don't tell me he's gonna put the truck on the barrier. Oh yeah, he's putting this truck on the barrier. And he is not getting off the gas. This is like watching Cell versus Goku. Just look at the freaking flames. It is not stopping. I wonder how long he's going to sit on it. Lead us in the back, giving my man the okay to just keep full sending it. There we go. Something blew up. There it goes. That man done finally did it. Did the truck blow up? I don't know. Did the exhaust blow up? Something blew up. He's proud. This man clearly knows what he's doing. I would dub him the Rotary Daddy. Okay, you trying to flex on us with the nitrous? I see you out here. No hate, no hate. All right. All right. Now let's see what this thing can do. Can it boogie? Ooh, them is some big ass wheels too. Jesus. That man is getting all this done. First of all, GSs aren't light. Those wheels aren't light. But he's got a 4-rotor. So freaking, for all you that don't know, the 4-rotor is one of those legendary motors that the 787B had. Only rotary car to ever win Le Mans. Shout out Mazda, you did your thing. I hope y'all come back one day. But God, just to hear people, if you've never heard a rotary 4-rotor in your life, it's like one of those things. It's like hearing your first orgasm. You're like, what, girl, you good? You straight down there? For sure. It's like that. Damn near, I say. But it's like, imagine 5 F1 cars in your ear. Man, it's a bunch of time. I had the fortunate enough time to hear a 4-rotor. Good shout out to Rob Dom, who built that 4-rotor all-wheel drive car. Man, that's crazy, bro. It took like a long time to set it up, but when you got it done, my boy. Today, I guess we're going to talk about the beautiful, magnificent twin turbo Terra RB26.
V26, that's one of my favorite engines.
It is probably my favoriteest engine, the best inline six ever produced.
RB26 is my favorite engine because it's like one of the first engines, like the Japanese muscle car engine. You know, it came out with the R32, 33, 34. They had it for a long time. And it's just a monster on the track, you know. In the old, you know, Japan Touring Championship, JGTC, you're too young for that, but. So this is Yatabe, the course where they do the speed tests in Japan. So this one is Inada Daijiro. So he's the founder of Video Option.
Okay.
And they used to make him do crazy things.
Imagine being the owner of something. They're like, hey, we're not going to do it. You have to do it yourself. That's just. In this new day and age, you can get some kid to do it, but now it's just like, no, I got to do it. I've got to set it out. He's making a name.
He used to set him out and make him do really good.
This man is moving. There's a certain point of speed. I think the fastest I've gone in a car is probably like 160 on a undesignated highway, but it's certain 320 kilometers.
320 kilometers.
That suit. This whole 33, there we go, baby. But look, this is magnificent. I want to say that's maybe a 96, 97 GTR. Because of the front headlights. Yeah. Super Advans. This man's driving a 5-speed, not even a sequential.
He is to the guardrails.
He's got no choice. I want you to realize, if you look at this car, there's no canards, no splitters, no giant wing. He is moving 300 kilometers on a stock chassis. That's 200 miles an hour. He is going 200 miles an hour in a stock. No, when I say stock, as far as like physical appearance, there's nothing on this car except maybe the windshield wiper, but I don't see anything. Like most days, people are putting canards, splitters, lips, dang near the whole kitchen appliances on a car to just reach 100 miles an hour. And
I hope he has a roll cage.
I know he doesn't have a cage. This man just with a harness, as if a harness is gonna save you.
And it
300.
It took him 17.64 seconds to reach 300 kilometers. So we got our typical, you know, our girl, the Toge girl.
Do they still have Toge girls?
I think they do.
Is that allowed these days?
I'm not sure in the last couple of years, but they had them back when they were doing this video. This is from 2016, but I don't know when this was originally.
Okay.
So yeah.
Jesus.
That's a beautiful GTR.
ARC front mount intercooler. Jesus. Those Advans. Upgraded brakes. That's definitely a GTR if I've ever seen one. Stock interior. Look at that.
Look how clean that thing is.
That is immaculate. He literally just bought this and was just like, hey, let me just throw some.
Yeah.
Stitching. Steering wheel. Look at the headliner.
Oh, look, leather ceiling. They don't have that in the regular.
Well, he's 60. He needs something nice. When you're old, you know, you need all the accommodations. Look. Jesus.
HKS, 2.8 liter again.
It's a 2.8 liter?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. This man is decked out.
Look at Oritos. So this is Orito going for this first impression on the Toge, on the Gunsai Toge track. This is where a hot version usually does their Toge showdown battles.
That's where I've seen many of S2000s crash.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing against S2000. I've just seen many of them crash on these videos. His MFD works. I mean, of course it works, but it's just one of those things, like to see it function as he drives. Do they still have this course?
Yeah. It's actually a cycling course.
Okay.
So these guys rent it out just for the Toga showdowns. But on the regular days when these guys aren't shooting, it's it's for cyclists.
Right now, I feel like he's just cruising.
Yeah, he's not going too fast right now.
He's got to fill out the car. All you would-be toge drivers and future track drivers, I guess this be considered his hot lap right now.
Yeah, just warm up lap. Pre-run. And here goes Taniguchi.
I like how they're casual, looking like they're on a Sunday drive.
Yeah.
Imagine being 60 years old and building a car for like professional race car drivers to tell you like if it's crap or not. Car drives like crap. Take it back, old man. Go back to your desk
I
job.
wonder if he would even listen to them.
When you're 60, I feel like there's a certain age
I don't
you
think he
reach.
would
you
even
just-
listen to them. Like, whatever, dude.